From Duncan SC at Meredith Holmes, Chatham Forest. This is the Jeopardy Labs Invitational Tournament. Here are today's contestants. A teacher from Rosemead, California, Michelle Nova. A police officer from Arlington, Virginia, Leo Christian. And our returning champion, a YouTuber from Greenville, South Carolina, Jacob Staggs, whose 25-day cash winnings was $273,600. And now, here is the contestant host of Jeopardy Labs, Jacob Staggs. Hello, everybody. So it is my dad's week, but it's Easter. So happy Easter, everybody. And we're here for 5 hours, so I thought I would do a Jeopardy Labs episode. I won't be able to do it tomorrow. Yes, so I will not be able to do it tomorrow, but I will be able to do it today, and we'll be back on next week. So let's kick things off in the Jeopardy round, so I won't have time. Let's load in the round over sound real quick. Here are the categories. Food brands. Roughly turn of the century music. G in the middle. Note those quotation marks. Stand. And finally, the liver. I'll go to G in the middle for 200. A good deal at a low price. The Who sang the best I ever had. Who's Bargain? Yes. Stand for 200. When playing blackjack, you may decide to stand this 3-letter way, which means you don't want any more cards. What's Pat? Yes. The liver for 200. Boxers know anatomy, as when Bernard Hopkins operated on Oscar de la Hoya's liver with a punch under this bony enclosure. What is the rib cage? Music for 200. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Say this line after, if you want to be my lover. What is, you got to go to my friends? No, it says you got to get with my friends. Food brands for 200. Beginning in the 60s, it was Choosy Mother's Choose. This brand of peanut butter. In the 80s, Choosy Moms. What is JIT? No, it was what is Jif. Liver for. In 2020, the government said most U.S. adults should be screened for this dangerous, often symptomless letter of this. What is C? Yes. Stand for. An imbalance between positive and negative charges as electrons move gives us this type of electricity that can make your hair stand on end. What is static electricity? Yes. G in the middle for 400. The hurricane type is a common species of this beach combing, chip stealing, flying fellow. What is a seagull? Yes. Music for. In 1999, the Spanglish title tune topped the charts for 5 weeks. What is Livin' La Vida Loca? Yes. Food brands for. Products from beauties famously lack this. Perk's logo. Boop, boop, boop. What is gluten? The liver for 6. Many of this band's concerts featured Phil Lesh urging the audience to be organ donors, like the man whose liver gave Phil 26 years. What is the Grateful Dead? Yes. Stand for 6. Stephen King said The Stand was inspired by the Tolkien, and that this city, where the action climaxes, was for a sort of mortar. What is Las Vegas? Yes. G in the middle for 6. This adjective describes the low production of very low temperatures, perhaps to create a chamber. What is cybernetic? Yes. Roughly turn of the century music for 600. Ha-wah-ha! It was good living with you. Sang this New Orleans out rock trio. Boop, boop, boop. What is better than Ezra? Let's finish the 6s. Introduced in the 1920s, this Japanese mayo brand was named for a novelty doll popular around the world. What is Cupid? Yes. The liver for 800. Oil from this fish's liver, a good source of vitamins A and D, was given out to British kids 5 and under starting in 1940. What is called? Yes. And we're gonna take our first break. We'll be right back. Yeah. Sorry, guys. They were being disrespectful. It's my sister's early birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow. They understand we already sang to her at our other house when we were celebrating. We're celebrating at my mom's house. So yeah, let's continue. I'll do Stand for 800. A hit in 1968, this song's standard begins. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman. What is Stand by Your Man? Yes. G in the middle for 800. 5 letters but just one vowel? That causes me a great deal of anxiety. What is an angst? Yes. Music 8. This digital underground rapper would shoot an arrow like Cupid. I'll use a word that don't mean nothing like Loop did. What is chalk? G? Yes. Food brands 8. To honor its co-founder, Dreyer's ice cream goes by this name. East of the Rockies. What is Edie's? Yes. The liver for 1,000. If your liver isn't actually processing this pigment, leading to Gilbert syndrome, just know it's Lily-Holmes. What is Burleben? Yes. Stand for 1,000. Around 1675, he said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." What is Newton? Yes. J in the middle for 1,000. Twyla Tharp was credited as this person on Broadway. Shows like Singing in the Rain and Moving Out. What is the choreographer? Yes. Music for 1,000. Creeping with the Girl Next Door? Caught me on camera? No problem for Shaggy and Rick Rock. With this laughingly untrue title Alibi. What is It Wasn't Me? Yes. Let's finish out the round with food brands. This flour brand got its name in 1896, a new logo, a wheat crown in 2020. What is King Arthur? Yes. And that'll bring us to the end of the main Jeopardy round. I gotta copy and paste my score to double Jeopardy. Okay. Wherein we find these categories: prepositions in book titles, the arts, notable women, movie locales, whatever it is, and finally 6-letter vocab. I'll go to the arts for 400. Thick varnish was the reason for this by name of Rembrandt 1642 painting of a military company. Boop, boop, boop. What is the Night Watch? Notable woman for 400. In 2022, Twitter called this tennis great the most tweeted about female athlete ever. Who is Serena Williams? That is correct. Book titles for By the Shores of Silver Lake is the 5th book in this series about pioneer life. What is Little House on the Prairie? Yes. Movie locales for 400. The Hook and Ladder 8 building at 14 North Moore Street in Manhattan plays a memorable role in this 1984 film. Boop, boop, boop. What is Ghostbusters? Let's do 6-letter vocab for 400. The backwards jerk after a gun is fired, or to jerk back in revolution. What is recoil? Yes. Prepositions and book titles for 8. Before Night Falls is Ronaldo Arena's memoir describing his life as a gay man persecuted in this country. What is the United States? No, it was Cuba. The arts for 8. In this opera based on a fairy tale, the witch sings Nibble, Nibble, Little Mouse, who's nibbling at the little house. Who's Hansel and Gretel? Yes. Notable woman for 800. After designing the Vietnam Veterans Memorial and the Civil Rights Memorial, she persuaded other forms of art and architecture. Who is Maya Lin? Yes, sorry. I copy and pasted it from J Archive, and it just did that. Movie Los Angeles for 800. Opened in 1896, the Ohio State Reformatory closed in 1990. A few years before this Best Picture nominee was filmed there. What is the Shawshank Redemption? Yes. 6-letter vocab for 800. This strangling type of disruptor cuts off the blood supply to tissue and lead to urinary. What is a strangling hernia? Yes. Prepositions and book titles for 1200. It's the title of Demi Moore's memoir. Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher are characters, but not joy, anger, sadness, or bing bong. What is Inside Out? Yes. The arts for 1200. Frank Gehry was the architect behind Walt Disney Hall in Los Angeles and this museum in Bilbao, Spain. Boop, boop, boop. What is it? Gilbert, whatever it is. Notable woman for 1200. To anyone who criticized this coming of age anthropologist or her work, she had a word, piffle. Who is Margaret Mead? Yes. Movie 12. Onlookers Louis at the 1986 razzing of the Dillaputt 755 E 11th Street in Eugene, Orr. A location in this 1978 comedy. What is the Animal House? Yes. 6-letter vocab for 12. Not so-called a Belvedere. This roofed garden structure is said to have gotten its name from an 18th century joke. What is a gazebo? Yes. Prepositions and book titles for 1600. Charlene Harris from Dead to Worse finds this Louisiana waitress caught between words and vamps again as her boyfriend disappears. What is Sookie Stackhouse? Yes. Prepositions and book titles for 2000. Skiing, and getting buried are new activities for James Bond in this 1963 novel. Boop, boop, boop. What is on Her Majesty's Secret Service? Welcome to the arts for 1600. Grand Rapids, Michigan has a public sculpture by this man, a 42-ton stable. Who's Calder? Yes. The arts for 2000. When the Stravinsky ballet premiered in 1911, Nijinsky played the title puppet. Boop, boop, boop. What is Pet Rushka? Notable woman for 1600. The headquarters building for the U.S. Department of Labor is named for her. The first woman to have a cabinet department. Who is Perkins? Yes. Notable woman for 2000. Even before Watson and Crick, she described DNA as a big helix, but the men got all the credit. Who is Rosalind Franklin? Yes. Movie 1600. The Café des Deux Moulins is where this winsome Parisienne waits tables while awaiting her fabulous dynasty. Who's Emile? Yes. And we're out of time, but here's the last 3 clues. Just for Easter. Oh Lord, I need you now more than ever. Would you put heart back together? I search the world till my head hurts. Okay, Okay, everybody. We're here for Final Jeopardy. We are here for Final. And we're about to make the Final Jeopardy category as soon as I can get the sound. Okay, here is the category. Here's the category. Presidential nominees. I'll be right back, and I'm going to make my wager, and I got to think of presidential nominees. We're back for... We're back for Final Jeopardy. Here's the clue. I have to do it because I forgot about the sound. I don't know why. The year the Democratic nominee gave his Cross of Gold speech, the GOP nominee was this man who backed the gold standard. 30 seconds. Good luck. So, I said who was Nixon. No, who's McKinley? Who's McKinley? That is correct. So I'm going to wager just 300. Let's measure 30,100. And I'm going to add the total from 273,600 plus 30,100, which leaves me with $303,700 for a 26-day total. We will see you all next week. We hope to see you there. Bye, everybody. We will continue the Invitational tournament next week. Promote consideration provided by Nintendo. Jacob Staggs Productions. Happy Easter!